Hi, Diane and Maureen. I'm going to show you how to use the Atlas Rubicon for the curriculum mapping. If you want me to show you in person, just ask. This isn't to replace in-person training. I just thought it'd be nice to have a screencast so you can watch it at home if you need to. So the first thing you're going to do is go to rosaryhs.rubiconatlas.org, and that's where we log in. And you find your name, and you put in your password. There's also an email that has the link if you have the link in your email. All right. So here's the page, and you'll see up here there's tabs at the top. You can search curriculum maps. Develop is where you make your own. You can browse. They have analytics where you can analyze your maps and compare them to what's going on in your school. But for now, I'm just going to show you how to start making a map. So here are my classes. I'm going to go to my second semester class. And you'll see I already have one unit here, Unit 1, Chapters 1 and 2, which focuses on the Holy Spirit. If you do your course by chapter, just put your chapters. And here is the calendar, and I have it here taking about, I think, 3 weeks. So if I decide, oh, I need 4 weeks, I can just extend it and just click and drag, or I could pull it that way. So what you do to start is you'll make a new unit. So I have my curriculum map from last year here, so I'm going to refer to it. So as I scroll down, I'm trying to find my second unit. So my second unit was chapters 3 and 4, and it looks like it took place in January and February. I'm trying to find when I stopped. Started, so it looks like it was from January to February 20th. Alright. So go back here. So it was Unit 2, Chapters 3 and 4, and that was on the early church. And it was from week 4, and it looks like it took, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks to accomplish. And you save it, and now you have your new unit. And when you want to add all your details to your unit, you click on it. And here's where you add your standards. So you go to Add New, and you select from the drop-down menu, and this is the Common Core. So this would apply to us, history and social studies, but we got to pick the right grade level. So you pick 9 and 10, and then I can select capacities of a literate individual, reading and social study, or history and social studies, writing. So let's see what the social studies standards are. So here you can check the Common Core standards that would apply to your class. So read closely and determine what a text says and make logical inferences. Cite specific textual evidence. Yeah, we do that. And you continue to scroll down, and you can click things that you would actually do in your class. So then once you've checked all the ones you want, you press Save. And obviously the bishop's curriculum isn't in there yet, nor is the safe environment standards, but they're supposed to get those in there. Here's our ISO, so you could check which of the ISOs you're accomplishing in this unit, probably all of them. Now, essential questions. So here's where you put your essential questions. Remember, essential questions are supposed to be broad, relate to real life, and be open-ended. So my essential questions for the unit, I'm just going to cut and paste them. So I'm going back up here, Chapter 3 and Chapter 4. So copy, and I'm going to go back to Atlas and paste. So here's an example of a chapter question, essential question I had for chapter 3. What do you think was Paul's driving Paul's missionary activity? What would you imagine is your own, this would be next step. On the way to conversion of your soul, heart, and mind. Chapter 4, I have what images of the church do you relate to most and why? So those are some examples of essential questions. Now for skills demonstrated, I have these here. So I'm just going to copy and paste those. I'm sorry, not for skills. This is content. So this was my content. So content was like the images of the church, conversion, the missionary activities of St. Paul. We didn't do skits. That would go under assessments anyhow. But this is just your content. Now skills are things they're going to have, skills they'll accomplish after doing the unit. So they have a link to Bloom's taxonomy here. So ultimately you're going to want to be using verbs, and ideally you would be going from lower order thinking skills like remembering to higher order thinking skills. So as you're writing your skills, you're going to want to be using those Bloom's verbs. So for example, one of my skills would be to summarize the Acts of the Apostles. So they should be able to summarize the Acts of the Apostles. But ultimately, at the end of this chapter, they're going to create a graphic novel that shows mastery of the life of St. Paul and the formation of the early church. So obviously that's a higher order thinking skill. So these you could probably cut. Did I have skills in my other curriculum map? I don't think I did. No, see, under my skills, yeah, I had my skills here. These aren't really skills. That's a skill. Name 4 major covenants of the Old Testament. But looking at this, like conversion, this is more content. These aren't skills. Skills are verbs. So I did my map that poorly last year. So they'll see, for me, I'm going to have to redo all my maps because I'm a lame-o. But now down here, it's your assessments. And this is kind of neat because it has a drop-down menu. So one of my assessments is going to be a graphic novel project, hopefully. So you scroll down and you get to say which type of assessment it is. So this one is a project, and we'll say visual arts, although it's going to be more than that. And then I can give the description here. And here you can, once you've put your standards in, you can pick which of the standards your assessment is accomplishing. So I think that's really cool. So I'm going to save that. So, and you'll notice in the assessments, it has like all the formative and summative assessments. So you put the type, is it formative or summative? But then it has like, it has oral discussions, it has, performance tasks, it has, their journals or diaries that we do in class, or their reflections. So all the little formative assessments we do are here. The challenge would be just sticking them all in here. And then down here you can put links. If you have you could link to a website. You could link to, if you have perhaps a handout for them or a PowerPoint. You can link your lesson plans here. So you can here put your resources. So what are you going to use? And you can link them here or list them. So, and once it saves as you go, but it's always good to save the unit just in case it doesn't. And this little thing down here, you can add notes, and you can put notes to other people on their curriculum map. So if you're looking at, say, Shannon's, and you realize she's covering something similar to what you're covering, and you want to send her a note here to tell her, hey, maybe we should do something across the curriculum, you can add notes to other people's maps. And here, icon to print. And then submit to exemplar would mean that you would submit it to be used as an exemplar for other teachers to see. However, when we were looking at those at the training, we didn't see any religion ones. So I don't think they're using religion as exemplars, at least not yet. So that's just how to create the map. As you can see, it's really easy. All this other stuff, I'll do another screencast. But yeah, so now you know. Okay, thanks.